When you think of a $1 trillion future city, what comes to mind? Neon skyscrapers, flying cars, and holographic billboards, the standard sci-fi backdrop we've been fed for decades. But Kenya's Konza Technopolis throws that entire vision out the window. No Blade Runner aesthetics here. Instead, this $1 trillion investment is creating something far more valuable than a cyberpunk fantasy. A sustainable powerhouse focused on education and innovation that could redefine Africa's economic future. City planners worldwide keep replicating the same futuristic template. Dubai's Museum of the Future, with its torus-shaped facade and LED displays, consumes enough energy to power 3,800 homes daily. Singapore's Marina Bay Sands complex moves 500,000 gallons of water daily to maintain its infinity pool 57 stories above ground. These projects share a common flaw. They prioritise spectacle over sustainability. The numbers reveal deeper issues. Masdar City in Abu Dhabi, designed to be carbon neutral, only achieved 5% of its planned population capacity after 15 years. Its solar-powered personal transit system now sits unused, replaced by conventional vehicles. Songdo International Business District in South Korea invested $40 billion in smart infrastructure, yet 40% of its office space remains vacant. These cities function more as architectural statements than livable ecosystems. Energy demands tell another story. A single smart city tower in Shenzhen uses 30% more electricity than a traditional high-rise of similar size. The cooling systems alone account for half that consumption. This pattern repeats globally. Futuristic districts become islands of exclusion rather than engines of opportunity. The question isn't whether these cities are impressive, it's whether they're sustainable. Can a development model that consumes resources disproportionately while serving narrow demographics truly represent urban futures? The data suggests not. Kenya's approach with Konza Technopolis rejects this paradigm. Instead of glass towers, the plan emphasises permeable surfaces that reduce heat island effects. Where others install energy-intensive smart billboards, Konza allocates 30% of its land to green spaces. The city's anchor isn't a luxury hotel, but a network of universities and research centres. This model inverts traditional priorities. Rather than importing foreign talent, Konza trains local populations for high-tech jobs. Its infrastructure investments focus on pedestrian mobility over private vehicle networks. The energy grid combines geothermal and solar with battery storage, avoiding reliance on diesel backups common in other African tech hubs. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Where flashy developments chase immediate prestige, Konza builds lasting capacity. This isn't just another smart city, it's a challenge to the entire concept. Kenya isn't replicating failures of the past, it's writing a new blueprint for what urban development can achieve. What makes a city truly smart? Konza Technopolis answers with an unexpected focus: human capital over hardware. While most future cities chase flashy technology, Kenya's vision centres on education, sustainability, and community as its three foundational pillars. This approach challenges the conventional wisdom that smart cities require dense urban environments filled with sensors and screens. Instead, Konza emerges from a rural landscape 60 kilometres south of Nairobi, deliberately positioned to decentralise Kenya's economic growth. Skeptics question whether a tech hub can thrive outside a major metropolis. The master plan addresses this by integrating with local ecosystems rather than displacing them. Over 5,000 acres of land have been carefully zoned to preserve existing wildlife corridors while creating space for innovation districts. The development avoids the common pitfall of building a sterile enclave for elites. Instead, it incorporates mixed income housing from the outset, with 30% of residential units designated as affordable. Education forms the backbone of Konza's strategy. 17 universities and research centres will anchor the development, including partnerships with global institutions like Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. These aren't just satellite campuses, they're integrated into the city's business districts, ensuring students engage directly with industry challenges. The University of Nairobi's Konza School of Engineering already runs programs in robotics and AI, with graduates feeding directly into local startups. Infrastructure decisions reinforce this human-centered approach. Unlike car-dependent megacities, Konza prioritizes walkability through a network of shaded pedestrian pathways. A light rail system connects districts, but most daily needs can be met within 15-minute walking distances. The street grid incorporates passive cooling techniques learned from traditional Swahili architecture, reducing energy demands. Even the tech infrastructure serves educational goals. Fibre optic networks reach every classroom before they connect to commercial towers. The city's water system demonstrates this long-term thinking. A dual pipeline separates potable water from recycled grey water used for irrigation. Wastewater treatment plants double as research facilities where students study circular economy models. These systems aren't just sustainable, they're teaching tools that create skilled workers for Kenya's growing environmental tech sector. Over 200 tech startups have registered in Konza's special economic zone, attracted by tax incentives tied to local hiring quotas. This blueprint creates something rare in urban development, a self-reinforcing cycle where education drives industry, which funds better education. The $1 trillion price tag reflects not just physical construction, but the compounding returns of investing in human potential. As the next section reveals, this approach is rewriting the rules of how cities generate wealth. What if the future of global innovation isn't in Silicon Valley, Shenzhen or Berlin, but rising quietly from the savannas of Kenya? In a world where data is more valuable than oil, Konza flips Africa's economic script. Forget raw materials. This city trades in intellectual capital. The master plan reserves 60% of its space for innovation zones, built to attract high-value industries, AI, biotech and fintech. The Northern Precinct alone hosts East Africa's first blockchain hub. And it's no copy-paste job from the West. Konza's economy is uniquely African. Where Silicon Valley has venture capital, Konza leverages M-Pesa, Kenya's mobile money giant that outpaces even Western Union in global transactions. IBM is already on the ground, running a 20,000 square foot AI lab focused on African agriculture. Meanwhile, the Southern District is paving the way for Industry 4.0, where automation meets local manufacturing. To attract and retain talent, Konza offers more than just office space. 40% of the 20,000 planned homes are subsidised, built for researchers and tech staff. This isn't just a city, it's a lifestyle ecosystem engineered to stop brain drain. Tech giants care about two things, cost and speed. Konza delivers both. Powered by geothermal energy, firms pay just $0.07 per kilowatt hour, almost half of what it costs in Berlin or Bangalore. In 2023, Konza's first infrastructure bond was oversubscribed by 220%. Why? Because investors see what's really being built here, an economy where education is as vital as electricity.
We are right on time. Our policy requirement for investors is that after registration of sublease, an investor is given 18 months to be mobilized, complete the designs, get approvals, and begin construction. Most of our investors are within that time, are still within that time, including NCA, whom also registered their lease sometime last year.
The National Construction Authority is breaking ground on a high-tech research and training institute. Its mission, to unlock innovative building technologies and accelerate affordable housing across Kenya. And Konza's ambitions don't stop there. On December 6, 2024, Africa's green tech revolution reached a milestone with the launch of the Timbuktu Green Tech Hub, a first-of-its-kind innovation centre dedicated to climate solutions. Backed by the UN and African governments, this hub will incubate startups tackling everything from carbon capture to solar microgrids, proving that Africa's tech tech boom can be both lucrative and sustainable. Konza Technopolis is more than a city, it's a test case. Can a nation leapfrog from agriculture to AI dominance? Early metrics say yes, but the real verdict will come in the next few years. One thing's certain, the world is watching. If Konza succeeds, it won't just transform Kenya, it could redefine how developing nations compete in the knowledge age. What do you think? Drop a comment. And if you want more Future City breakdowns, hit subscribe. The next Dubai might not be where you expect.